Hello everybody, welcome to another Poverty Hill Adventures video. In this video, I'm going to explain what the following items have in common. And the number one item is an old cast iron frying pan. The number two item is a pair of weasels, ermine skins. The third item is actually four items, and that would be this hatchet and three other axes. The next item would be a modern trail camera. Old metal tackle boxes, and the last item that has something in common with all these items is Santa Claus. I know some of you probably think you already have guessed it. You think, especially when I mentioned Santa Claus, think, well, maybe Santa Claus dropped all these things off as a present, as an early Christmas present, and that's what they have in common. Well, that is not what they all have in common. I'm going to give you one more clue, and that would be retirement. What in the world does Santa Claus, cast iron frying pans, old metal tackle boxes, ermine skins, hatchets and axes, and trail cameras have in common? Well, the thing that they all have in common is they're all retirement projects for me. When I retired earlier this year, I retired in the summer months, and I had no problem whatsoever staying busy, fishing and camping and doing other outdoors things. And then fall rolled around, and of course with fall comes hunting season, and I stayed extremely busy hunting, archery hunting, firearms hunting, muzzleloading hunting. And now the hunting season's starting to wind down a little bit. It's still open for certain species, but it's starting to wind down. So now comes the challenge of staying busy during the winter months, which was always a concern of mine when I retired. I knew that I would be fine spring, summer, and fall, but what about those few months in wintertime? What would I do to keep busy? And these are just a few of the projects that I've started. I'm sure there'll be more over the winter, but my point is, in retirement, you got to stay busy. If you don't stay busy, it's not a good thing. Sitting around watching TV and all that is not a good thing. You got to stay busy, or at least I do. So I started some of these projects. My wife had this old cast iron pan in a collection of cast iron cookware that she has. This pan belonged to her grandmother, and it was, the cooking service was good. It was smooth, it was good, and she cooked a lot of really good meals in this, but the bottom of it was getting extremely crusty. When she received it, when she inherited it, it was extremely crusty, and it got worse through use. And the other day I decided to strip all that off and re-seasoned the pan. It still has a few more coats of re-seasoning that I have to do, but in the process of cleaning it all off, I discovered a maker's mark on the bottom, and it is WAPAK Wapak. It's a number 10 skillet, and I looked up the logo. The internet's a wonderful place. You can look up all sorts of things, and this old frying pan dates back to the very early 1900s. So this old frying pan has been cooking meals for well over 100 years, and I got her almost finished. I got to do a little more seasoning, and then it'll be back, hopefully making meals for another 100 years. The trail cameras. The trail cameras, boy, I have fun with these trail cameras. And I pulled them all the other day. I'm not a big fan of leaving them out in the extreme cold. I always worry about the batteries freezing or leaking or whatever. So one of my projects is to clean these all up, get the batteries out of them, clean it all up, and then store them away for next spring. The axes and hatchets. I started with this one here. I started refurbishing this old axe, and there's a video about it on the channel. It's got some sentimental value to it, and I decided to accent the handle with this orange and white. Well, one thing led to another, and I put a new handle on this double bit. This is a True Test 3.5 pound double bit. Cleaned up the head, sharpened it, and again I painted the handle orange and white. Well, I figured, well, there was a small single bit and a double bit. I might as well do the same with a larger single bit. This is a True Temper dynamic Kelly Works axe, and again, did the handle. Well, I figured, what would a set of axes be without a hatchet? So I took this little plum. It's a plum 2 pound axe or hatchet head, and I'm just about finished with it. I got the handle finished. I got to do a little more sharpening to it, but that's a recent project. Those four hatchets and axes, tackle boxes. I had refurbished a while back, and God, they were in rough shape. These two metal tackle boxes, and they were in horrible shape. And I had cleaned them all up, repainted them, got them looking like $1 million. But I made the mistake of keeping them out here in the workshop, and the moisture has just started a little bit of surface rust on the metal there. So one of my projects is going to be to clean up those handles. This one is a Liberty metal tackle box out of Rochester, New York, made in the US of A. It's very cool. Stop over and see my friend Steve over at Captain Bob's and see if there's any more of those old consignment metal tackle boxes over there that Kevin mentioned in his latest Gobbler's Roost video. And if so, I think I'll pick some up. And that leaves us with these two ermine skins. These were recently gifted to me. These were caught up in the Adirondacks, which is pretty cool. And soon to be future project is going to be tanning these. I'd like to tan these, and I think what I'm going to do with these is I think I'm going to make them into a medicine pouch or something like that, or maybe just tan them and hang them in the camp. So that brings us to Santa Claus. How does Santa Claus play into all this? The other day, I was fortunate enough, and I mentioned fortunate enough because it truly was a blessing for me to do this. I was asked to play Santa Claus at a Breakfast with Santa Claus event at the local school, and let me tell you, it was a ball. I had a great time. It was a great way to pass some time, and boy, did I have fun. I met some wonderful parents and got to talk to some of the little kids, and they got their picture taken with Santa Claus. I mean, how can you go wrong? It was a great day. Take care till next time. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep on trucking.